Hey, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Radical Geek live stream. I see Carrie is here, Sharon has joined us, Rickwin is here, Blue Dove, Marion is here, our moderator Attila is on and welcoming everybody, and Roz is here. So good to see people. I know more will join us shortly. So I just have both a lot and not a lot for tonight. So we'll give everybody, hey Master Gator, good to see you. And Hungry Heath, hey yo, what was dinner? I know that you guys usually have dinner or prepare dinner while this stream gets started. So I'm curious. And the Warden. So let's see, what else we got? And Sharon's usually on her iPad, but is asking why the names are different colors. Most of the names should be the same color except for Attila and Airfry and Auntie. Hey, Airfry and Auntie. And the reason theirs are blue is because they are moderators for the channel. So, oh, no sketty. That sounds great. Ooh, I might be able to have that tomorrow. I made a bunch of ground beef up, most of it taco flavored, but you know, it'll work. I just need to add some more herbs to it. And I do have some sauce and everything, so that might be a good plan. Before we get started on everything else, I do have some water heating up to make the tea. We have the Guan Yin Oolong, comes in these little packages. The tea is vacuum sealed, so it's literally just this teeny tiny bricklet. And it will make this giant pot. It's a 45-ounce tea. I'm not going to drink 45 ounces tonight. I will chill it overnight and have it for iced tea tomorrow. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up though, so that I can show you the leaves, because it has a secondary package inside. There we go. But they are almost pearl-like in their view. So I'll get up close so you guys can see them. Hang on just 1 minute, and I'll try not to spill them on the floor this time. So yes, there you can see how they are. They're kind of all pearlized up, and that's important. We want to see that because they bloom a lot. So we'll put those in. And so basically, yeah, it's this little teeny tiny bit. It barely coats the bottom of the strainer. So let's see. Oh, and Sharon says the Warden's name is orange. That's weird. Yeah, I only see gray and blue for the moderators. That's interesting. I don't have a clue why. Hey, Visual Keto, good to see you. So, I have a good spot for my trash. I'll take care of it in a second. So, yeah. But I'm using a computer and it's still all gray and blue. Must be some weird setting. Who knows? These things are always kind of crazy. So, I don't know about you guys, but the other thing is for recipes. If you are on like TikTok or whatever, there's always some kind of crazy stuff. And as per usual, as per usual, I get like tons of ridiculous keto recipes. And this one was just weird enough that I was like, all right, let's try it. And it was bacon wrapped pickle spears that are air fried. Now, full disclosure, I will be honest in how I feel it comes out, even though I've not traditionally been a fan of like fried pickles. I don't know why, but when the pickles are warm, I don't always love the way it changes the flavor. So, okay, I am also using dark mode. I wonder what the difference is. I'll have to look it up sometime, but I will forget by tomorrow. So, but in the past, we've also talked about dressings And I've talked about ranch dressing, and I've shared a recipe. I'm not sure if we've made it or not. I remember we made blue cheese dressing, and I know we've made like a fake French dressing. But I don't know if we've actually ever made ranch dressing here on the channel. And if not, if it's a repeat, hey, it's a repeat. It all works. My water has come to a boil, so let me start with the first bloom and discard of the tea. Mostly there's just a lot of back and forth here about the colors showing up on the thing, so that's why I'm not too worried about the comments right now. So just like usual with tea, we want to give this a couple seconds to loosen up the balls of the tea leaves. So let's give that here a second. And this oolong tea, the Guan Yin, is a lighter oolong tea. So sometimes when you get oolongs, and some of it's regional, some of it is the age of the drying, some of it there's a lot of different variabilities. But Guan Yin is a lighter, and the reason for that is just regionally. It comes out a bit softer, more of a green lean than towards the black. Oolong is its own leaf, so whereas like when we've talked about the Jin Junmai, my favorite, it's a red tea. Red teas are technically black teas, but oolong is its own special tea. So it's its own plant. So it comes from the Fuyang district, and already I can tell you, just this first initial discard, it no longer just rolls around to one side, and it's about up to here on the strainer. We get rid of this. That's a hard thing to get used to for a lot of people who are newer to tea, and that is that you get rid of that first one because it's just bitters. So. Oh, and Sharon says she needs to find the video where I made the blue cheese dressing. Yeah, or maybe it's time to repeat it. It's probably been a year. We made that quite a while. Airfry Nanny says she cheats with the ranch dressing and uses Porking Good ranch mix. You know what? I like the Porking Good ranch mix with the seasoning with sour cream for like dip. But for dressing, I like to get a little bougie about it. So, all right. Tea. I'm just going to get the tea going. So, and you go ahead and you do use boiling water because the leaves have been so tightly rolled. They're not quite pearls, but they're very close to it. And because it's such a large quantity, it also takes a little bit to get everything situated. What I'm really looking forward to doing is showing you guys the fully expanded leaves. No, it's too hot. I can't stick my finger in there. Let's see. So now we just let that sit for about 5 minutes. Let's see. Oh, and Attila says he always thought TikTok was better fodder for other channels, but someone has a medical YouTube. I'll be honest. I have like 3 things that are consistent in my TikToks, and that is quick keto recipes, coffees, and hot lesbians. There's especially one is just she's a lesbian and she is a lumberjack, and pretty much all the videos are like thirst traps of her chopping big giant logs of wood. I'm not sure what that says, but hey, there it is. Hey, exchange student 2, and Gigi's here. That's a great opener to joining this. And by the way, shoot, I left it on my table. I wanted to share it with you guys. Oh well, I'm not going to run into the living room and run back even though I could. So exchange student 2, thank you so much. Today I was grabbing the mail that was from yesterday out of our box, and I got a lovely Valentine's card from exchange student 2. So it really made my day. So let's see. Oh, and Rickwin doesn't have TikTok. Well, I'll tell you, it's basically garbage, but I don't mind seeing like some of the recipes, and I enjoy it because it's just like real quick, just to like scroll when you are looking for something that you don't have to pay a lot of attention to, but you want a little distraction. Oh, an exchange student too said they made tea for kombucha today, doing carnivore as an elimination diet, so not drinking anything else, also not drinking the tea right now. Oh, so just giving this quick lift. And I will tell you, like sometimes when we do oolongs, they come out like super dark and extra like almost like black tea. The Guan Yin Oolong looks more golden, so don't be surprised by that. But ranch dressing, you guys, let me just show this to you. It'll take us moments to get it all together. I have my sour cream, and I put the recipe in the comments. Know that it's adjustable. Basically, you want a 1-to-1 ratio of sour cream and mayonnaise, and about half the amount of heavy cream, and everything else is subjective to your taste. So, sour cream, mayonnaise, so let's see. We'll just throw that in there. I don't think I was really meaning to make quite this much ranch dressing, but you know what? It'll be great because I made all of that hamburger and some of it is taco flavoring, so it will easily go right into like taco salads, so why not? The seasoning that I put in there, we've got the garlic powder, salt, pepper, and a little bit of onion powder as well. Our heavy cream, again half the amount of what I put in for sour cream or mayonnaise. So, and you can put a little bit less if you want, or you can put more, whatever you like. It's very subjective. And then I chopped up all my herbs, real teeny tiny. It's parsley, dill weed. I use baby dill. I think it imparts a better flavor, and chives. I love fresh parsley. Now, you absolutely can use dried herbs. I just happen to prefer fresh ones. I think that in dressings, fresh ones really make the flavor pop. Clean up after myself here, sort of. And then after that, you just whisk it all together. I do use a balloon whisk because I feel that it does a better job of not getting as clogged with the herbs, but also incorporating the mayonnaise and sour cream together. So anyways, that's basically it. And if you find that you have it's too thick, you add a little bit of cold water to it and thin it to your liking. That's all there is to it, you guys. Oh, and lemon juice. Get rid of my little squeezer thing. I don't need that. I almost forgot. The lemon juice is an important thing. Let's see. That will also change the texture. I put it in the notes, but I bear saying, if you want a phenomenal ranch dressing, instead of heavy cream, use buttermilk, but buttermilk has way more carbs than heavy cream, and heavy cream has way more fat than the buttermilk. So pick and choose. You know, it's not like you're going to sit there and eat the whole bowl of it. So I find that sometimes I want that trade-off and I'm fine with it, and other times I am not. I'm going to add a little more of the lemon juice. Give it another little bit of a mix. And let's take a look here. The other thing is, it's time to take my leaves out of the tea. And I just want you to see this once I get the drips out of it. It does take a second. All right. So now, I don't know if you can see. You can see basically the entire filter is full. It expanded from just that little teeny bit at the bottom to all the way at the top. And you can see as it unfurled from that little teeny pearl, these are the leaves now. So I don't know that I need to run up to the full camera to show you a leaf, but you can see how it's unfurled from here. And I see Blue Dove says they like dill seed. Oh, I do like dill seed, but not in my dressing. I do like dill seed in dips. I don't know what the difference is or why that's my preference. It's some, who knows, some wackadoodle reason in my head. Anyways, you just want to make sure that you break up any lumps from the sour cream and the mayonnaise so that it's all fully incorporated. Give it a little taste to make sure you don't want to make any adjustments. Oh my gosh, it's so good. So that's it. That's our ranch dressing. So we are almost done. I'm just going to scoop a little bit out into a little dish, and then this can get put out of the way. Oh. And this is because it can be, in theory, that's what we dip the pickles in. So, all right, there we go. There's our ranch dressing. And check it out. So you can see like all the little herbs in there and stuff. Probably best if I don't tilt it too far and like pour it out on the counter. And boom, into the fridge it goes. So that was easy, right? Let's look at some comments and then we'll get started with the fried pickles. Let's see. Well, I just let these go, didn't I? Okay, hellos back and forth. Talking about the colors, we talked about that. Oh, Tilla's talking about his medical doctor on TikTok. The reaction videos and the explanations of what actually went wrong. And Sharon says when she makes the cheeseburger bowls at the end of the cooking, she likes to add chopped mini dills and sliced jalapenos. Ooh, that sounds good. I like that. I have a little bit more uncooked ground beef. Ooh, I might have to think about doing that with some of it. Make some more burgers. And Airfry Annie says TikTok helps her fall asleep at night. Yeah, too. That's another thing too that I enjoy about it. Let's see. More back and forth. Meanwhile, back at the ranch. Let's see. And we all agree we'd rather watch TikTok and YouTube for positivity rather than the news. Yeah, I mean, I do watch the news because I feel it's important to stay informed, but to be honest, I try to limit it so that I don't get myself into a big swing about it. So, all right, I did not use all my juice. I'll set that aside and put it away later. Dyson, quiet. We're on. Dyson says hello again. So let's see. And Airfry Handy is asking me if baby dills would work. I don't know. I think you would have to cut your bacon up smaller. So, let's get started. Also, I have my my bacon. I parcooked it a little bit. So, hey, Jackie's Jinx Journey. I'm glad you've joined us this evening. And while we get this done, I'm going to preheat my air fryer to 400, and I'm going to put 10 minutes on it. We should not need 10 minutes, but I never know. So give me 1 second. Air fry. Oh, at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. So that can heat up. And I think I'm going to do, I don't know, we'll see how many pickles I'm doing. Is 2 or 3 depending on how far my bacon stretches. Dyson can have a cameo on Tuesday when we're at work recording, because I don't want to pick him up in the kitchen. I don't think this is a good place for Dysons to be get used to being picked up. So easy enough. We take 1 pickle spear. We'll get 2 right away. And this is a little pickle spear. Maybe we'll make a couple extra. And you just give it a nice little wrapping. I have a toothpick, so I can stab it through and keep the bacon in place. By the way, on TikTok, no one put any toothpicks. I was highly suspect that it was so perfect and held tightly, because my bacon looks pretty loosey-goosey. It's not all taut like when you do it around like a meat loaf or anything like that. Oh, and Carrie made an awesome pun there about the dill pickles. So, okay. Like this one wrapped even more poorly. I'm going to redo it. I think it's good if I can get a good overlap. There we go. But it's very loose. I am not too worried about it, but we'll see how that one goes if I don't clip it. It's going to fall right apart. So, you know, already I find it suspect that they had these perfectly beautifully wrapped pickle spears that came out exactly just so. But who knows? And the warden says that they have a TikTok channel, but they don't use it very often. You know what? You were on my TikTok stream for a while doing the coffee advent, the Nespresso advent. The wrapping on this one was a little bit better. Stab it through. And 1 more. Let's see. So I mentioned on the Horde group from the Hungry Heat channel that I was super tired, and that still stands true. But I'm feeling already a little bit better. Like I just basically decided to rest, and that was great. I took it a little bit easy today. And some of that is because I don't know what my problem was on like Friday night, but I did not sleep well at all. It was terrible. So, okay, so these are, there you go. They're bacon rack pickles. One of them is, I question my wrapping ability there. It's sort of like a bacon is laying on the pickle, but we're going to go with it. And as soon as that preheats, we'll throw them in the oven. Let me throw my trash real quick. So, throw my pickles back in the fridge. I gotta say, while I kind of liked my studio downstairs, I have to admit, there is some convenience to being able to just throw everything in the fridge and stuff where it belongs, and kind of be halfway cleaned up. Dyson. But now we have a Dyson issue because he's very loud. So, I don't know why he's barking. There's literally nothing there. So let me go ahead and pour the tea. As you can see, it is super light colored. On the camera it even looks clear, but in person it's very golden. And that is the way this is supposed to be, because the Guan Yin Oolong is very, very light. And Carrie says I need to get Snoop Dogg for some rapping ability. Hungry Heath is also yelling wake up. I'm not sure why the warden and Hungry Heath are yelling wake up. I'm sure there's a story about it. And it'll shrink some while it's cooking, but remember, I also par-cooked it a little bit to help it be crispy. That's a personal preference. You actually don't have to do that. But I don't like it when I see things that are bacon wrapped and part of the bacon has that very translucent sort of look to it. Oh yeah, from this angle you can sort of see how the golden color to it. So that's helpful. But it's very light. Oh, okay. They're saying wake up because a hungry Heath is tired. I get it. Like I said, I was exhausted, but so I didn't sleep well on Friday night. I don't know what the heck was my issue. Usually I take my magnesium and it knocks me out. But of course, oh, and Jackie says the kitchen has better lighting. I agree. It does have better lighting. So, okay, it's preheated. All right, let me give my counter I don't know, like I spilled water everywhere from the tea probably. So, but yeah, and Visual Keto says some days I just need to rest. But yeah, so, but the thing is that Saturday I had a nighttime event. So I did try to take a nap and I managed to do that, but I was still pretty tired when I got to the event. The event started, it was from 8 p.m. to midnight. You all know that I am not a nighttime person. So when I have to flip my sleep schedule like that, it's kind of hard. But I don't hate it. My tea is really hot, so I'm going to drink my sparkling water. It's Polar Seltzer, and it says it's pink apple and lemon. It's pretty tasty. I don't know that I taste lemon, though. It does taste like apple. Oh, the warden said wake up because we posted about being tired, so I don't burn my kitchen down. Okay, that makes sense too. Okay, what did I tell ya? Scatterbrained. But, so the event I went to is at a place we call the Church of the Sparkling Unicorn. It's owned and run by a friend of mine who owns several tattoo establishments, tattoo and piercing places here in Columbus. And he's a solid community member, so we like to support their endeavors. The events that he has there. This was artist vending and art performance. So we went and we did some volunteer work there and helped out. But so that was really nice. But again, so by the time I got home, it was 1:30, and I was just not thrilled. Oh, Blue Dove thought I was saying I had a seizure event. No, I'm still seizure free. It was like a go-to and do fun things. So, but the cool part of it is that I knew so many of the people who were there, and we had a big talk about how it was good to start seeing each other again, but it was also time for us to start giving back to community and build back our community, so that, you know, we are uplifting each other again like we used to, and maybe start passing some of the leadership and organization and educating people how to take over, you know, because let's face it, I'm turning 50 this year. I'm tired of leading and running. It is time for younger people to take over and give it their bent. But we also have to share our knowledge with them so that they can take what they want and throw out and change and adjust what needs changed and adjust. So it was great. I had to resist buying because a couple of my friends were artists there. Oh my God. It was gorgeous, but he said it was a prototype and he has some tweaks to make. So I'm waiting for that. But it was a wooden Lazy Susan with sectionals in it, and across the crossbars it was laminated rainbow wood. It was gorgeous, you guys. And I was like, I'm ready to buy that, but I didn't plan that kind of expenditure, so I need to plan for it. So, oh, and Carrie says, oh, coming right up, April the 13th this year, he'll be 51. Well, you'll have to celebrate. Let's see, in Hunger he says he would love for me and Renee to meet his cousin who lives north of Dallas. He's a tattoo artist, the same one that made the logo and decal pic for the MCT hot sauce. Oh, okay. So he does new school. I assume just based on that art, but it would be cool to meet. I love meeting artists, But yeah, so that's pretty much it. I will tell you, you know, there's been even more OhioCon activity as we are starting. Can you believe it? The event's barely over and we are already deep in the weeds trying to plan for next year. So I got a whole year's worth of work to get chopping on. Yeah, you can tell I'm really super thrilled about that. So, let me get rid of this. Tidy up just a smidge. Sorry to make dishes noise. So let's see. Oh, tattoo numbing cream. No, I don't know. A good artist should be able to have a recommendation on site, and usually they have their own personal preferences. Yeah, I know a couple people who really benefit from the numbing cream. It's one of those big controversial subjects because people are like, oh, you need to tough it up. Well, that's some bullshit. I'll just say right there. You don't know what kind of issues people have or where their needs are. If it works and that's what helps you with pursuing art, then absolutely. I, however, get very relaxed while getting tattooed, so I have to work with an artist that I know well, so they know that I'm not passing out, that I just like, since I'm always all keyed up and I don't have good sleep habits and all of that stuff that I should have, I get super relaxed, so I have to tell them sometimes I will fall asleep, especially when I'm getting art that's a lot of black line work, because it's a lot of repetitive rubbing and scrape and with the needles, and it becomes very pattern and repetitive, and for whatever reason that really mellows me out. So that's weird, right? Sensory issues, you never know what's going to do what. Oh, and Mastigator says she has a half-day session coming, starting on the upper inner arm. Ooh, okay, yeah, that's a sensitive area. And Airfryer Annie says she's on the 27th anniversary of 29th birthday this year. I am too tired to math that out. I probably could, let's see. Oh, and oh, that's super cool. Carrie says that the Friday the 13th, that's his birthday. It'll be the 13th that is his birthday is also Friday. Friday the 13th. That is awesome. Oh, and you want a Nintendo Switch. Yeah, I also would like a full Nintendo Switch and not a Lite. My kid has the regular one, and I'm like, And Mastigator says she usually does relax a lot, but that spot is what's probably going to numb. I don't blame you, because that's like one of the most sensitive areas, and there's nerve bundles like right here. Yeah, I can definitely see that. I'm going to check these pickles. They're looking pretty good, but I'm going to let them go that last 2 minutes. So... All right, so now that it's sat, you can see this is no different than other teas. You know how I told you we let it rest? You let it rest, so it's a quick drinkable, but also, as you can see, the color has gotten even more golden. The color deepens as your tea rests. So that's something that you'll notice in good quality teas. it might pour out and look light and you feel like, but as it sits and develops, the color also becomes richer. And Carrie, I absolutely would never laugh at anybody's art. Oh, hey, Jodelle, nice to see you. Oh, and you're late. You had to put horses up for the night. Well, that's awesome. And new to the channel and new to keto. You found me from the Hungry Heat channel. Well, welcome and welcome. A while back, I did a series for 30 days where I did, well, it was a little more than 30. It was like 45 days of what I eat in a day. And the first part of it is just regular keto foods. Then I did 30 days of an elimination diet to find allergies, which we did find. And then I talked about reintroduction. So those might be good. But I talk about what I eat every day all the time. Right now it's just boring because I'm doing a lot of meal prep. So like I said, I made some spicy ground beef. So I'm having a lot of taco gut bowls. If you don't know what taco guts are, it's basically your taco spiced ground beef. And then you go ahead and you put your cheese and your sour cream and your salsa or whatever you want to put on your taco fixins. So that's what I've been eating a fair bit of that. And then I also did buy some salad stuff, like some lettuce and some baby spinach. But I'll be honest, I have not opened it. But now that I have like awesome ranch dressing, I think that I've got to have a salad, probably a taco salad. But I also have some grilled chicken. So I will have maybe some chicken salads. Let's see. Okay, so the tea. Just so you know, like sometimes oolong teas can have like a little brassy flavor to it. Quality oolongs will not do that. And if you do like we did, where we did the first wash of the leaves and discard, that will also help eliminate the brassiness of the tea. The Guan Yin is fruitier. So it's not sweet, but it is kind of fruity and a little bit of a grassy on the backside, but not a lot, not like your green teas or anything like that. Just a teeny hint of like a green to it. So what kind of horses do you have, Jodelle? I'm super interested in that. So I'm gonna grab these pickles real quick too. So they're bacon wrapped pickles. They look like they did when they went in, only crispier. They seem a little. This one seems a little stuck. No, it's not stuck. I thought it was stuck, but it's not. Let me pull the toothpick out. So, got my ranch dressing. I'm gonna cut a piece off. I don't know why I'm being resistant, because I will tell you, I pulled right off the bacon. Oops. When I parcook it, I only cook it for like a couple minutes, and I just throw it into boiling water, and I just plunge it in there, give it like 2 minutes, and pull it back out. So it's not cooked. It's just really softened, and that helps make it crispier. So let's try it out. Let's see. So I don't hate it. I will say, I think that I would not want to dip it into my ranch dressing like that. I will put the dressing on my pickle. It's really super hot, so I'm going to set it back down so I stop burning my fingers. Need a paper towel. But you know, it doesn't taste bad. I'm still not in love with the hot pickle. So, but if you have liked other fried pickle things, then yes, this will be a great winner for you. Okay, this TikTok trend paid off this time. But, so now we know how to do all of those things. Oh, Masticator likes my shirt. So, I don't know if you can read it on there or not, but just so you know, it says everything in moderation except mahjong and wine. It was like the perfect nerdy shirt for me, and I got it just in time to wear at OhioCon, and I wore it all day on the Saturday there when we had all our mahjong players playing from 10 o'clock in the morning until I booted them out at like 2 a.m. So that was pretty cool. An air fry and Annie wants to figure out a version that includes cheese. Ooh, cheese with the pickles? Oh, you know what? I guess that makes sense because they make those ones that's the cheese and the pickle in the little muffin tins. Ooh, I have the solution. Chop your bacon up into little teeny bits for like crumbles. Take your muffin tin and throw your a little bit of the shredded cheese in the bottom. Put in your pickle slice. Throw in your top cheese and then sprinkle the bacon on top. Then air fry it. So you would have to have a small little muffin tin. So that would include cheese. I definitely don't like cheese and pickles. Yeah, I didn't like those cheese fried pickles, but I know a lot of people who do. Yeah, so this tea is a winner. It's one of my favorites. I buy it at our international grocery. So I'm sure that, I bet we could find it online. I will see if I can look it up and post it in the comments tomorrow. Oh, and Renee says she's seen people do the cheese and pickles in the dash, so you could also add bacon that way. Yeah. So, oh, and Sharon is saying maybe you could core a large dill pickle and then add a cheese stick into it and wrap it. Ooh, that has potential. So, I find myself very much not wanting to have that, but if you like those flavors, then I think that actually would be a great way to have it work out. I don't even think you'd have to freeze the cheese like we did when we did bacon wrapped cheese sticks. Oh, Carrie, I'm so sorry, but it does have caffeine. All oolong tea has caffeine. So, oh no, that doesn't make, you know what? People can have different preferences for foods. I'm not a blasphemer, no cheese and pickles. I do have cheese and pickle on a burger. But here's the thing. The pickles are cold. You have everything else hot and then fresh cold pickles. And that's the difference. So they can touch the cheese. I don't like them warm. Hot cheese and hot pickle is just for me a no. But this is not too bad, and I'll probably eat these this evening. So let's see. And Masticator wants to try the onion thing in a dash. Yeah, me too. Actually, I'm waiting for the weather to be nice so that we can cook outside again. I want to do those bacon wrapped onion rings, but put them in the smoker. That's what I'm waiting for. So let's see. And Sharon's asking if I remember the giant pickles in the barrel at the gas station. Those were the best. They are. Do you know that? I don't know if they still have them, but the last time I went to the movie theater down the road, it's a Marcus Theater. They have the giant pickles. I'm thrilled with that. I love pickles. All right, one more bite. Yeah, it's growing on me. No. Honestly, I just rather have the crispy bacon and the ranch dressing and then eat my pickles cold on the side. But I do consider this a recipe success. My personal preferences don't impact the success of the recipe. The recipe is 100% a success. Surprise, TikTok did something good. So you guys should feel free to post and tell me TikTok recipes you want me to try and make. I made Cowboy Ken spam balls, but keto-fied them, and let me tell you, I still did it. They were edible, but I look forward to never doing that one again. So let's see. Oh, and Airfry Nanny says their local movie doesn't have pickles, but they do serve wine. Yeah, the Marcus near us actually has like a full bar, and sometimes they have like those where you can pay a fortune and have dinner and a movie, and your dinner is there in the theater while you're watching the movie. If I could keto-fy my meal, I'd consider that sometime. That might be a fun day with a friend or a date or something. Oh, and Airfry Nanny says she got her new glasses idea with the magnetic toppers idea from a TikTok. Oh, Airfry Auntie. Oh, this is what happened last night that I meant to share with you. One of the people vending was decorating their table with little heart-shaped electric tea lights, like the little orange one that you put in the Halloween card, but only they were red hearts and it had a little red flame. And she told me she got them off Amazon, so I will have to look. I think you would love a package of those. So I'm gonna try and remember. I will never remember until like I see you and we have some random conversation, but they were super cool. We really loved, like, you know, all of the cool stuff that she had that she was vending. And I was like, oh, check out your tea lights. So, you know, she was like, those aren't for sale. Those are mine. So, Oh, Masticator says she's been known to add some Dave's Insanity into the pickle jars. Absolutely. Actually, instead of the hot sauce, I just like to add more chili flakes. And it just depends on my mood as to which ones. But I Can't Feel My Face intensifies in the pickle, so I try not to do that one anymore. But Flatiron Pepper has one called Smoke Show, and it also has the ghost pepper in there, and the scorpions. Like, it is fire, but it's been smoked, and it is delicious. So that one, when I put it in, does not intensify the same way. It's still super, super hot and spicy, but the smoke flavor disperses in, and the pickles get an amazing taste to them. And Jackie says that between she and Jim, they dropped 10 pounds between them. And she zipped up a size 9 and had to retire her favorite pants. Oh, hey, are those pants jeans? If they're jeans, take them to a dry cleaner or an alteration station. They can size down the waist and make it fit. It's actually super cool. They basically cut like a V out of the back, and then at the waist, and then they bring the top together, straighten out the seam, and then they cover that with the loop from the belt hole, and boom, your pants fit again. So let's see, what else? Oh, and Carrie says the pickles would need a blanket with the chili flakes. Let's see. And Airfry Nanny says she recently watched a bad tat fix show on Netflix. Some guy lost a bet and had a tattoo with a ghost pepper and his friend's name on his bum. Okay, that's pretty funny. But yeah, never ever get someone's name tattooed on you. That's a mistake that you make for life. So let's see. Oh, I'm running out of stuff, you guys. I'm really fried. So, but okay, so I was telling you at the event we had the big talk about uplifting community, and we're going to start having quarterly events just like the one last night to highlight our artist. I'm hoping that I get to go to one of the ones that he's been advertising, which is just like a primal dancing. So very freeing kind of thing. So it sounds like a nice event too. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to all of the community adventures we can have. And let's see, air fry and Annie says they fixed it, making the ghost pepper in color and green jalapeno with it actually looked good. Yeah, I promise you. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I like that they. I love artists who can fix bad tattoos. I have some tattoos that are either like ancient, so they look bad, or I have one where I just need to go and sit down with Nick and have him look at it. He's the guy who owns the tattoo places, because it's literally one of my favorite tattoos. But when I had my last round of heavy dose radiation, something happened to my tattoo. It freaked out, and like the ends bled and got all fuzzy. So now my tattoo, you can't really, it's very weird. So, and he said he hasn't seen that before. And I'm like, well, of course, I have to do things really special and the hard way. So I want to see if there's anything you can do, but it's crowded with other tattoos. So I really don't know. And Exchange Student 2 is asking when my ketoversary is. It's late March, because I had my surgery in January. I resisted going keto, even though they were really impressing it upon me. I resisted a couple months, so end of March would be my 10-year ketoversary. And Blue Dove says she just pulled 20 pounds of meat off the smoker. Nice. So that is quite the massive meaty meal prep. What kind of meats, and do you have plans, or are you going to wing it and figure stuff out on the fly? Let's see. So, and Master Gator says she went to a local gallery, and an artist painted a picture of a hummingbird around a bowl of various colored jalapenos. And she says her town is known for hummingbirds, and they have a Hummerfest. Nice. That's super cool. I love hummingbirds. We have a few of them here, but not a ton. And Airfry Annie is asking if she's the only one who really doesn't remember their ketoversary. I'm going to say no. I would not think that, but my ketoversary is heavily tied to the surgery that saved my life. Seizures aside, I know keto also did its part as well, but because it's tied to that huge event, it definitely helps it stick. Oh, Blue Dove has a ketoversary in March as well. So it sounds like in October at Ketopalooza, we're going to have to just have like a nice celebratory meal together at some point, and a whole bunch of us celebrate ketoversaries. And we're just going to decide that Airfry and Auntie is joining us, and we're going to celebrate as if we're just going to make one. And Mastigator says she can remember the year but not the date. Oh, and Airfry Nanny says it was about 4 years starting September, October. So, there you go. 5 years at Ketopalooza. There you go. We should, those of us, if you're going to Ketopalooza, send me an IM at some point so we can chat about that. And, oh, that reminds me, I have to get my calendar to look at the date again. Hang on just 1 second, guys, while I flip through to August. Yes. Saturday, August 5th. If you are in Indianapolis or very close to Indianapolis and you want to be spendy and go to the Fogo de Chao with me at about 3 o'clock, hit me up and let me know. My email is radicalgeek42@gmail.com. So, but yeah, that's, and forewarned though, forewarned is forearmed. it is Gen Con. So Gen Con will be quite the adventure. And you know, that means parking will be horrible. But down there by the Fogo de Chao, you should be able to park and be unimpacted. And if we go at like 3 o'clock, we're going to beat the lunch. We'll be at the tail end of the lunch rush and before the dinner swarms in. So that's why I chose that. Also, I chose Saturday because Friday night is the Gen Con Fogo de Chao with the fans of Gen Con Facebook group. And literally, it's ridiculous. Like, I stopped going because it was too many people. It was like almost 120 people, and they basically filled up and bought out the restaurant. So I don't do that one. I'd rather have a small little meetup. Oh, Marion, you're coming to KPL. Awesome. I will see you there. I'll have to make sure that you get notified if we have, you can come to our live streams live. Shoot, I still got to call the Galt and see what's going on because I am still not in a suite. I don't know how we're doing a live stream if I don't have a suite, but we'll get it worked out. I'm sure that they can fix it for me. Hungry, he says, yeah, that the warden and he only remembers their ketoversary due to the traumatic scare that caused you to go keto. Yeah, so when it's tied to very traumatic events, that certainly does help it stick. And Sharon says, Ketopalooza is going to be a lot of fun this year. I agree. I think it's going to be great. So if you have the opportunity to go to Ketopalooza, I encourage you to get your tickets. And Airfry and Auntie says maybe she can find us an alternate room. Honestly, I'm sure if I just call, we can get a suite. Do I think that we can have that fancy parlor suite again? Probably not. I don't have any more points. But, you never know what you can get if you ask, and if you ask with kindness. So Exchange Student 2 says their ketoversary is July 16th, and it will be 5 years. Cool. Oh yeah, Sharon is laughing. Airfry and Annie is wonderful at finding a party. Yes, and all you have to do is walk into random rooms with an open doors. I'm sorry, you're never gonna live that one down. That was awesome. That's the con story for life. So, oh, and Marion says she has a suite. If I can't get one, we can use hers. So, hang tight on that because you should know that it's quite the commitment. We are in and out of there all day long, and yeah, it's better if I actually just call the Galt and just like actually talk to them. So I'll put that on my to-do list tomorrow. I'm working early a.m. and then I have like a few meetings, and then I have some time in the afternoon where I will be having some flex time because I worked well over 40 last week. So I'll have some time to do some bookkeeping that I need to do and call some of these places that I need to call. So, whew. Dyson is wishing that I would accidentally drop bacon on the floor, but it ain't gonna happen. He keeps standing up and then sitting down. Like, we don't do treats in the kitchen. So that's mighty wishful thinking here. So let's see. And can you guys believe it? It's almost 7:30, so it's just about time to wrap it up. Are there any questions, comments, smart aleck remarks, things you got to get out of your system, things you want to talk about in the future? This is a really nice oolong. So if you have the opportunity for a light oolong or a Guan Yin, I'm sorry, I keep looking because I don't know what Dyson's doing, but he keeps inching a little bit closer and a little bit closer to me. Like, no. That's a hard no. So now's the time. Oh, and Carrie says he found carnivore when he started low carb in 2019. Wow, yeah. Yep. That's one that hits my my TikTok feed too. Recently, I found there's some carnivore woman on there who does a lot of really good tips for carnivore. I'll see if I can find it. No. All right, guys, y'all are really super quiet tonight, but I appreciate your company. If you like fried pickles in general, then I super recommend that you have the bacon wrapped fried pickle. It's pretty good. And 1000% I recommend homemade ranch dressing. It is really good. And I don't just say that because I'm from Ohio and ranch dressing love is required here. It's actually really good. So enjoy. You have a lovely evening. And I will talk to you guys. I don't know if I'll be on the 2KK in the morning, but I will try. So, oh, and Roz is enjoying coffee and tea tips. Well, good. I'm glad that you're here. And I will see you guys all. And Carrie just had that one last joke about the cream puffs, which was actually quite a funny joke. So, let's just go on that. Good night, everyone. Oh, I'm a liar. One more thing. The KetOH-IO meetup on February 25th, it's full, so I'm really sorry. But if you do send me an email, I will let you know that it's full, and I will cook you up with Dawn from Dawn Does Keto so we can get you into the March meetup. All right, now that's really everything. Good night, all. I will see you soon. Bye-bye.